Is the pizza you are ordering even made by people who are paid fairly anymore? You call your local chain store, you place your usual order, the delivery driver shows up at your door. You assume the workers making your pizza are being treated right. You assume the company you are giving your money to follows the law. But here is what the Australian pizza industry does not want you to know. Some of the biggest pizza chains in this country have been caught in massive wage theft scandals. The frozen pizzas in your supermarket freezer are dominated by foreign multinationals. And the profits from almost every slice you eat flow directly overseas to Canada, Germany, and the United States. I spent weeks researching court documents, class action filings, ingredient labels, and company ownership structures. What I discovered will change how you look at pizza night forever. Australians spend over $4 billion on pizza every single year. We eat an average of 11 kilograms of pizza per person annually. That makes us one of the biggest pizza-consuming nations in the world per capita. But most of that money is not staying in Australian hands. The frozen pizza market alone is worth over $167 million, and it is almost completely controlled by just two foreign corporations, one from Canada and one from Germany. And the takeaway pizza market? That is even worse. Let me show you what I found. Number 1, Domino's. This one shocked me more than any other. Domino's Pizza Enterprises is actually an Australian company. It is headquartered right here and listed on the Australian Stock Exchange. You would think that makes them one of the good guys. But in 2019, a class action was filed against Domino's alleging systematic underpayment of tens of thousands of workers across their franchise network. According to the lawsuit, delivery drivers and in-store workers were allegedly underpaid by up to $11 per hour. That adds up to around $10,000 per year for some workers. The class action claims that from 2013 to 2018, Domino's instructed its franchisees to pay workers under outdated enterprise agreements instead of the fast food industry award. The result? Workers allegedly missed out on casual loading, penalty rates for nights and weekends, public holiday rates, minimum 3-hour shifts, and laundry allowances. Investment bank Deutsche estimated that Domino's was saving over $30 million per year by paying staff under these agreements instead of the proper award rates. One former delivery driver, Abhinav Rana, told media he was paid just $12.40 an hour as a driver, plus a small delivery fee. If he had been paid award wages, he would have received around $25 per hour. He estimated he was underpaid by $20,000 during his time at Domino's. The Retail and Fast Food Workers Union says more than 55,000 workers could be eligible for this class action. That is 55,000 Australians who may have been shortchanged while making and delivering your pizza. And here is the thing, about 90% of Domino's Australian stores are owned by franchisees. These small business owners were allegedly told by head office to use the wrong pay rates. Now they are caught in the middle of a massive legal battle. Hey you! Before we move on to the next brand, I want to extend an invitation. I know it is a lot of information to absorb. When I started researching all of this, I felt completely lost. So I started taking notes. Every brand I researched, every hidden trick on the labels I discovered, every safer alternative I found. Over time, this has become something I use every time I go shopping. Have you ever thought about if there was a complete guide that told you exactly what to buy or what to avoid? Well, it exists, and I call it my secret Australian food survival guide. It covers all the aisles, all the product categories, the brands to avoid, and the ones worth supporting. If you want to take a look, I have left a link in the pinned comment and also in the QR code that is appearing on your screen. I do not know how long I will keep it there, but it has completely changed the way my family eats. So if it makes sense to you, I will be waiting for you at the special link. Now let's get back to the video. Number 2, Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut has been part of Australian culture since 1970, when the first dine-in restaurant opened in Belfield, Sydney. For decades, it was a family favourite. Remember the all-you-can-eat lunch buffet, the book-it reading program? But Pizza Hut is owned by Yum! Brands, an American multinational corporation headquartered in Louisville, Kentucky. Yum! Brands also owns KFC and Taco Bell. They operate over 62,000 restaurants across more than 155 countries. When you buy a Pizza Hut pizza, your money ultimately flows to corporate headquarters in the United States. In 2016, Yum! Brands sold the Pizza Hut master franchise for Australia to Allegro Funds, a private equity firm. That same year, Pizza Hut acquired the struggling Australian chain Eagle Boys. Half of the Eagle Boys stores were converted to Pizza Hut by Christmas 2016. The rest followed by early 2017, another Australian brand absorbed by the corporate machine. Pizza Hut has also faced criticism in the United Kingdom for high salt content. Some meals were found to contain more than twice the recommended daily amount of salt for an adult. In Australia, the nutritional information is not always prominently displayed. In 2014, delivery drivers in the United States filed a class action against Pizza Hut for paying net wages below minimum wage due to unreimbursed vehicle expenses. The case went to arbitration in 2016 and Pizza Hut had to pay damages. Number 3. McCain frozen pizzas. Walk into any Australian supermarket and you will see McCain dominating the frozen pizza section. They control a staggering 58% of the frozen pizza market in Australia. That is more than half of every frozen pizza sold in this country. But McCain is not Australian. It is a Canadian multinational headquartered in Florenceville, New Brunswick. McCain Foods Limited is a privately owned company with operations in over 160 countries. They generate annual sales in excess of 11 billion Canadian dollars. Yes, McCain has a pizza plant in Ballarat, Victoria. They have been making pizzas in Australia since the late 1970s. But the profits flow back to the McCain family in Canada. When you buy a McCain pizza, you are supporting a foreign multinational, not Australian farmers or Australian workers. I bought a McCain pizza last week and examined the packaging. The marketing is designed to feel Australian, but the reality is that this is a product of a global food conglomerate that happens to manufacture some products locally. McCain pizzas are mass-produced at industrial scale. The bases are dense and heavy. Food reviewers consistently rate them poorly compared to other options, with scores of 3 or 4 out of 10 for flavour and texture. One Italian food expert described the McCain pizza as edible but bland, saying his taste buds craved more. Number 4. Dr. Oetker. Dr. Oetker is a German multinational headquartered in Bielefeld, Germany. They entered the Australian market and now control 28% of the frozen pizza market. Combined with McCain, these two foreign companies control 86% of every frozen pizza sold in Australian supermarkets. Dr. Oetker markets its Ristorante range as premium restaurant-quality pizza. The packaging features Italian imagery and promises an authentic pizzeria experience. But read the fine print. I examined a Dr. Oetker pizza last week. Some varieties are made from only 20% Australian ingredients. That means 80% of what you're eating comes from overseas. The pepperoni, the cheese, the sauce, much of it is imported. And at around $10 per pizza, you are paying a premium price for a product that sends most of your money to Germany. Dr. Oetker is part of the Oetker Group, a massive conglomerate that also owns hotels, banks, and one of Germany's biggest brewery groups. Your pizza money is funding a European business empire. The company positions itself as a family business, but it is one of the largest food companies in the world, with a presence in over 40 countries. This is not your local Italian pizzeria. This is industrialized pizza production on a global scale. Number 5. Supermarket home brand frozen pizzas. You might think the budget option is at least supporting Australian supermarkets. Woolworths Pizza, Coles Pizza, Aldi Pizza. But look closer at the labels. I examined several home brand pizzas and found Australian ingredient content ranging from just 40% to 78%. That means up to 60% of some budget pizzas comes from imported ingredients. The cheese might be from New Zealand, the tomato sauce from Italy, the processed meats from who knows where. And here is the real kicker. Many home brand products are actually manufactured by the same multinational companies that make the name brand versions. Different packaging, same overseas profits. Some budget pizzas I tested had serving sizes that made no sense. One brand claimed 8 servings per pizza. 8 servings? Maybe if you are feeding pixies. This is a labeling trick to make the kilojoules per serving look lower than they actually are. Consumer reviews of budget frozen pizzas are brutal. One tester said their Aldi pizza smelled so unpleasant when it came out of the oven that nobody could finish a slice. Even the family dog would not eat it. The pepperoni had an off-putting odor, and the taste was worse. Number 6. International cuisines and budget brands. These rectangular pizza slices you see in the freezer section for $2 or $3 are the bottom of the barrel. International cuisines and similar budget brands offer the worst value for money in the entire category. The rectangular shape ruins the pizza. The bases are doughy and dense. The toppings are minimal and taste artificial. Food reviewers have compared some budget pizzas to eating a slug. These products are designed to be cheap, not to be good. They fill you up, but offer little nutritional value. The ingredient lists are full of additives, preservatives, and processed components that you would never find in real pizza. I made the mistake of trying one of these budget rectangular pizzas. It sat in my stomach like a brick. The cheese had that plastic quality that told me it was heavily processed. The sauce was overly sweet. The base never crisped up properly, no matter how long I baked it. At $2 or $3, you might think you are saving money, but you are getting exactly what you pay for. Rubbish. So what should you actually eat instead? First, support your local independent pizzeria. Every suburb in Australia has local pizza shops that are genuinely Australian-owned. These are often family businesses, many run by Italian-Australian families who have been making pizza for generations. Your money stays in the local community, the ingredients are often fresher, and you are supporting Australian jobs directly. I visited my local pizzeria last month. The owner has been making pizza in the same shop for 32 years. His son now works alongside him. The dough is made fresh every morning. The sauce is his grandmother's recipe. This is real pizza, made by real people who care about what they serve. Second, make your own. I know that sounds like more work, but hear me out. You can buy pizza bases from local bakeries. Use Australian mozzarella from companies like Bega. Add toppings from your local butcher and greengrocer. A homemade pizza costs about the same as a frozen one, but tastes infinitely better and supports Australian producers at every step. My family has started doing pizza nights where we make our own. The kids love choosing their toppings. We use Australian ham from the local butcher, Australian cheese, Australian vegetables. It takes about 20 minutes and we know exactly what we are eating. Third, if you must buy frozen, check the labels carefully. Look for the country of origin statement. Australian made from Australian ingredients is what you want. Some supermarket pizzas do use high percentages of Australian ingredients. The Woolworths Select range had around 78% Australian ingredients in some varieties, which is better than most. Read the ingredient list. If you cannot pronounce it, you probably should not eat it. Real pizza has simple ingredients: flour, water, yeast, salt, tomatoes, cheese, toppings. If the list goes on for 3 paragraphs, walk away. Fourth, consider the fresh pizzas from supermarket delis. Both Coles and Woolworths sell fresh pizzas in their deli sections that you bake at home. These are often made with higher quality ingredients than the frozen options and have shorter ingredient lists. They are not perfect, but they are a step up from the freezer aisle. Here is the bottom line. The Australian pizza market has been quietly dominated by foreign multinationals for decades. A Canadian company and a German company control 86% of frozen pizza sales. American corporations control the major takeaway chains. And Australian workers at one of the biggest chains have allegedly been systematically underpaid for years. Every time you order from the big chains or grab a frozen pizza without checking the label, you are sending your money overseas. You are potentially supporting companies accused of mistreating workers. You are eating processed industrial food instead of the real thing. But you have the power to change this. Support local pizzerias. Make your own. Read labels carefully. Choose products with high Australian ingredient content. Vote with your wallet. If this video helped you understand what is really happening in the Australian pizza industry, hit the like button and share it with everyone you know. Subscribe to Crisis Report Aussie so you do not miss our next investigation. Ring that notification bell. We expose the products these corporations do not want you to question. Drop a comment below and tell me, what is your local pizzeria? Do you have a favourite Australian-owned pizza shop? I read every single comment and I love hearing your recommendations. If you want the guide I mentioned, it is in the pinned comment. Honestly, it has saved me hours of research. Your family deserves real pizza made by people who are paid fairly, not industrial processed discs shipped in from overseas. Together, we are going to hold these companies accountable. I will see you in the next one.